Okay, so we are continuing our talk on nutrition. Yay! What's going in your mouth? And how does it make you feel? You guys, it's so important, like, to be honest, like, it deserves an entire week of talking about. Give me 1 second. I'm sorry. I'm going to pop over to my hotspot. It'll be a little bit faster. I forget this all the time. Wi-Fi is not bad until Derek turns the TV on. And then as soon as it has to, like, dual function, then it. Okay, there we go. We're subscriber. Okay, so what I would love to do is really kind of delve more into where you can get nutrition help today, which the great thing is that we're all part of Beachbody, so it's all right there. No, we're not playing drums in here. No. Mama's doing her meeting. No, I'm serious. Serious. Somewhere else. Go in the living room, practice, and then you can come in and play a solo. Okay? Go practice.
I like this.
Go practice.
I like this.
It's great. Go practice in the living room. Give me 1 second, guys. We cannot listen to the drums while I'm trying to talk. Does anybody else like tell their kid they love them when they're trying to like kind of shove them away? Love you, go. Just know that I love you, but you gotta get out. Like, it's like maybe it makes me feel better about just like shoving him out of a room. I think it's more for me than it is for him. But okay, so what I want to talk about today is just a little bit about where we can get nutrition help. So where can you go when you're like, I want recipes, I need ideas, I need this, I need breakfast, I need a sweet. Where can I go to get all of this stuff? And even though I know that we all know BOD and Fixate are on there, sometimes we don't really realize how much is accessible on there, right? Until maybe somebody just shows you. So what I would love to do today is go to BOD. We're going to go on BOD, and I'm going to show you all the different places that you can get nutrition help, or where you can find recipes, or where you can find meal plans, where you can find just little tricks and trades of also different options and stuff, okay? So I'm going to screen share today. I don't have a video for today, just to let you guys know. I just thought I would show you guys some BOD stuff, show you around, kind of talk about it, and then maybe if we had like a little Q&A, like what are your questions about nutrition, or what are some things that maybe you guys are struggling with, and then maybe we can go into that. So if you already know what you're struggling with, you can pop it in the chat if you want to, and I can pop over there afterwards. Or if you're like, I need a recipe for chicken, put it over there and we'll find you a recipe for chicken today, okay? So today is gonna be a little bit more casual. We're gonna go through BOD, and then it's just gonna be kind of Q&A, and let's talk about where you're struggling with nutrition specifically. Because sometimes what I'm talking about, it may not actually be what you're looking for, right? So you'd be like, okay, Jen, I know you should know that stuff, but this is really what I'm looking for, you know? And so I wanna know what you guys are looking for so I can give you, you know what I mean? So we're not wasting time looking at stuff, a regular meal plan when all of you guys are vegan, you know what I mean? Like, or something like that. So I just need to kind of make sure that I'm still gauging all my stuff to you guys. So if you have specific questions about nutrition, go ahead and pop them in the chat, and we'll answer them as soon as I'm done showing BOD. If nothing pops over there, that's totally fine too, you guys. That's fine. Maybe I just answered all your questions. Okay, so let's screen share. And voila, I'm already in BOD, obviously. Hopefully all of you guys know that you can go to the website, okay? So you can obviously have BOD on your phone. You can have it on a Fire Stick, Roku. You can just put it onto like a tablet. You can also go to the website. So you can go to teambeachbody.com, click on Beachbody On Demand, and boom, here you'll have all your access to the programs. So I already went ahead and clicked on the program. So they're going to kind of also organize differently. it may look different as it does on your phone compared to online, compared to on a website, okay? Or on your Fire Stick. Like I know on my Fire Stick, it has like half the material on there. You know, I don't even know, they used to not to, is that a word? Used to not to. We never had the material section on our Fire Stick. So like you couldn't go into the material section on our Fire Stick. I don't know if they've updated it now, if you can now, but before you never could. And so if you ever wanted like a meal plan or to click into the material section, you had to do that on your phone or website. So let me first just show you guys a quick place that I want you guys to always be able to reference, okay? 21 Day Fix is right here. Not only for you, but maybe if you're a coach, so your challengers as well, 21 Day Fix is like hands down the place I start everybody, okay? If not 21 Day Fix, Clean Week. Like maybe they're not even ready for 21 Day Fix, I go to Clean Week. And Clean Week can be a great place to start too. Actually, let me back up. We're gonna go to Clean Week. Let me back up. So maybe you're struggling just like even getting a hold of your nutrition. Like you have no idea what to freaking eat and you just want to do like a week of eating clean. Here we go. This is where you can come to Clean Week. Okay, so program materials is always right here. And then you guys, you have Clean Week Meal Planner. Check this out. Okay, so, all right. So this is your Clean Week meal plan, okay? So it's gonna tell you if you're under this weight, if you're over this weight. It's like the most simple meal plan out there, okay? So this is like 21 Day Fix, even simpler, okay? And so it's gonna tell you to mix and match the menu, and it already gives you literally 7 different things that you can eat. And so all you have to do is mix and match them. Okay, so this is a great place for like yourself. Maybe you don't want to think what you want to eat next week. So you come to Clean Week and you go, okay, so Monday I'm going to have Megan's favorite pancakes. Tuesday Monday I'm going to have Megan's favorite pancakes. I'm going to have tuna melt for lunch. I'm going to have buffalo wings. I think it's a cauliflower mix is the buffalo wings. And then for my snack, I'm going to have, you know, veggies and hummus. Or this is something that you can give people too, you guys. This is a very easy go-to place to get recipes. And here's the cool thing. Every single program on here has something like this, okay? It has something like this that's gonna give you ideas of what to eat or how to eat it or when to eat it. So you got all these breakfast, lunch, and dinner ideas right here, right sitting in front of you, you know? And so then also, there's like little planners, so little schedules that you can look at and follow exactly. Like, and maybe you want to take all the thinking out of it, so you're like, yes, we are bringing that. And so maybe you just don't want to think about what you're eating next week. So you come to Clean Week, boom, here's your list. Here it is, all done for you. You don't have to put anything out into it. All you have to do is, I bet also, here's a blank one as well. Let me see, here's she didn't have a grocery list on here. But I believe she has all the recipes. This is huge, isn't it not? Like, I'm like, whoa, Megan's favorite pancakes is huge. But so then it's gonna have all the recipes. So then what I would do is go through the recipes and make your grocery list. Okay, so you picked, you know, Megan's favorite pancakes for breakfast for Monday and Wednesday. Okay, so you're going to need to make sure that you have apples, cinnamon, applesauce, almond milk. You're going to have your Shakeology, some old-fashioned rolled oats, coconut flour, baking powder, ginger, nutmeg, some of these things you may already have. Okay, so this is how you're going to make your grocery list. Once you pick the recipes you're going to use, you're going to make sure you have everything to make those recipes.
I want to have a pot box.
Okay. And so same thing here, you guys. And that was actually a pretty big recipe. Like most of these, like you can see, have 4 or 5 ingredients, you know, scrambled eggs with some spinach and some toast. That's a super easy recipe that you can make that is going to be very easy on your grocery list too. So you can mix and match it. So maybe you're gonna make the pancakes on Monday and Wednesday. So Tuesday and Thursday, you're gonna make something super simple.
Password? Yeah.
For hot dogs?
Yes.
30 seconds?
30
Oh, okay. The password, he's so funny. I was like, what is the password? Okay, so then these are all different kinds of recipes, you guys. You have access to all of this. This is just Clean Week, okay? So these are awesome recipes in Clean Week available to you right here. How to make it, what you need, how much you need. Here's the buffalo wings. Oh, she did have chicken. I guess they aren't I've seen buffalo wings as also like cauliflower. That's okay. So here's Clean Week. So that's a good idea. Okay, so you've done Clean Week. Now what? Okay, so now you're going into 21-day fix. Okay. Same thing here as well, you guys. Program material. And then you have all these different kinds of little sheets and workouts and things like that that are going to help you kind of stay on track, right? So you have this tally sheet. You guys, when I first did 21-day fix 4 years ago, I used these tally sheets every single day. Every single day. They didn't have an app, okay? They didn't have an app that you can just like log half a red and half a green like you guys got now, okay? We use these freaking tally sheets. And I actually, it's so funny, I just found my original 21-day fix extreme meal plan book that I had. And check this out. You guys think I'm joking? Look, you guys see that? Those are my tallies 4 years ago from doing 21-day fix extreme. I kept track of my containers until I got the hang of it, right? Like and then I could kind of know whether I was on point or not. Like I did this all this week. And then what I did is I went and I scanned this and I made more copies of it because they didn't have anything that you could print out originally. So I made my own after that. Okay, but these are really great. You can have meal 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Let me get this one.
Just use your little knife, your little butter knife, and cut that part off. Okay, so these are really great ways to stay on track too. If you're using containers, use some sort of tracker, okay? So if you're supposed to have 6 green containers in a day, that's hard to just keep up here, you guys. Like, oh, I think I had 4, you know? No, tally it. Keep track of it, right? Especially if you're trying to lose weight, trying to be on point, trying to get on track. You have to track your stuff, okay? That's the #1 thing that I would say helped me in the beginning was tracking what I was putting in my mouth, okay? Whether it's through these or I also have, not this one, this one. I've got all my books, you guys. I keep all my material. So I'm also going to talk about this, but this is the tracker booklet from To Be Mindset, okay? She has everything right here, kind of similar. And you write down what you had for breakfast, lunch, dinner. It has the little pictures on the side so you can remember always what you're supposed to be doing. I'll talk about this a little bit more here in a second. We're going to get to Be Mindset too. But I really want to talk about containers. So people ask me all the time, oh, do you like To Be Mindset or do you like Ultimate Portion Fix? I love them both. Like truly, I love them both. For separate reasons. I love the containers when I'm trying to be really on point. When I'm trying to make sure that I'm getting exactly what I need, exactly what I'm supposed to in a program, and I'm just trying to really stay within my calorie bracket, and I just want to maybe get like really good results in a program. That's where I love Ultimate Portion Fix. That's where I love the containers, because I always know if I'm eating on my containers, I'm eating correct, okay? When it comes to Be Mindset, I love that when I'm just like living life. Okay. So maybe in between programs, or right now I'm doing 10 rounds, but I'm not necessarily following the meal plan. I'm doing 2B mindset. Okay. So because 2B mindset, once the little rules are in your head, you just kind of eyeball everything. So once you know that you're supposed to have 75% of your plate is veggies and 25 protein, you can eyeball that. Okay. And so you can just say, okay, yeah, that looks like mostly veggies. And then I've got a little corner of protein. Boom, I'm good. Like that's dinner. And so I love 2B mindset when I'm going out of town. I know that when I'm going out of town, I can keep those 2B mindset little ideas in my head, but I'm not going to take my containers with me, right? Like I'm not going to be sitting at a restaurant pulling broccoli into my container and putting it on my plate. It's not ideal for me. Maybe it is for you. That's totally fine. But for me, 2B mindset kind of works a little bit better when I'm eating out, or if I'm a little bit more relaxed, or just kind of trying to live life. I'm more 2B mindset. If I'm trying to be on point in a program, make sure I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing, I love the containers. So that's why I will talk about both of them equally, because I love them both. It just really depends what you're doing. But I think the main thing is both of them require you to track your food. Okay, that's the bottom line. You have to be tracking your food. If you're trying to lose weight and you're trying to like really be on point, you have to be tracking everything that goes into your mouth. You have to. Okay. Now it's like, for me, like I'm not really trying to lose weight. I'm just trying to maintain. That's why I like 2B mindset, just kind of living life, right? But if you're trying to lose 20 pounds, an extra 100 calories a day can really, really put you over. You know, it can maybe really stop you from losing that weight. If you're eating an extra carb or an extra 2 carbs a day, that can really stop you from losing that weight, because that's an extra 1,400 calories a week, right? So when you start looking at it like that, if you're really trying to lose weight and you're really trying to like hone in or get those extra results, I would go with your portion fix. If you're like in a good place, feeling pretty good, just want to maintain, I would suggest maybe moving over to 2B mindset. That's my suggestion, but by all means, do what works best for you, you know? I did containers for the first full 2 years of coaching and everything, and then 2B mindset came out and I just tried it. It was, so this September, it'll be 2 years that it came out. And so I just kind of switched over to it, but I always dabble back and forth. Okay, so sorry, I'm rambling here. Let's get into 21 Day Fix. Oh my gosh, she looks so funny here. This is like an 8-year-old photo, I think, of her. Okay, so this is your schedule. So here, you guys, this is where I send so many people, right here, okay? You have to know how many containers you should be eating, okay? So you have to do your calculations. Whether you're doing 21 Day Fix specifically or not, you can still use this. So say you're doing Morning Meltdown 100, or you're doing Lift 4 or T20, you can still come here, get your weight, times it by 11. Okay, so here, we'll do mine real quick. So I'm gonna do mine. Okay, so I'm 140, times it by 11. So my calorie baseline is 1,500 calories, okay? So my baseline plus 400 . Okay, so 1940 is my maintain calorie, okay? Now, if I would want to lose weight, I need to subtract the 750, okay? So if I were to wanting to lose weight, say I wanted to like lose 20 pounds for some reason, and I wanted to be 120 pounds, which I don't picture myself doing that, but say I wanted to lose 20 pounds, then I would need to subtract the 750. And so I would be at like 1,200, which would put me in category plan A. Do you guys see this here? I'm pointing, but I know you can't actually. So here, wait, let me actually use my pointer. Okay, so if I subtract the 750, that would put me at, 1,200. So that would put me in plan A, which is right here. Okay, but I don't want to lose 20 pounds, right? So I'm going to stay at the 1,900. Okay, so I'm just wanting to maintain, which puts me in plan C. Okay, so I get 5 veggies a day. I get 3 fruit. I get 5 protein, 4 carbs, 1 healthy fat, 1 seed dressing, and 5 nut butters or like oils, or I usually use oil or peanut butter. But this would be what I would get every single day. And then I would use that tally sheet to count my containers, right? So I have 1 veggie for breakfast, 1 protein, and then maybe a carb and a healthy fat. So I mark all those for breakfast. Typically, I probably wouldn't do that because I'm doing fruit for breakfast, but let's just say, for instance. So then I put a little tally in all my little containers. And then the next meal, I would tally all my little containers. And the object is, you guys, so here's the tricky part, is some people will be like, I can't eat 5 veggies in a day, I only got 2. Is that a problem? Yes. Yes, it is. Because ideally, I want you to eat all of this food, okay? For your body to function properly while also being at a deficit because you're working out, you need energy to function. That energy is going to come from your food. If you are eating all the food you're supposed to be eating throughout a day, you probably wouldn't need 5-hour energies, that extra shot of Energize, that extra mid-afternoon coffee, because you would be fueled properly, okay? So it's very important that if I'm on plan C, I am eating all 5 veggies, all 3 containers of fruit, all 5 things of protein, because that's what's going to keep my body fueling as a fat-burning machine. That's what's going to keep me functioning while I'm going to my kids' T-ball and school and all of that stuff. And then that's also going to help you sleep at night because your digestion will be functioning off of a consistent food intake, okay? Because when we all of a sudden skip food, what does our body do? Goes into survival mode. Okay, and it starts to store things. It starts to say, whoa, 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 why are we eating? Why are we eating? And so it starts to store food. And then when you eat, it stores more because it's a little concerned about the fact that you just didn't eat for 12 hours and it's going to go on survival mode. Okay, so the object is to continuously give your body food. It expects food. It runs on food. Never to feel hungry and never to feel stuffed. Okay? So ideally, we should never feel hunger. I know that feels weird. Hunger means that we've waited too long to eat. That our body is like, yo, I need something to function. You're about to die. That's like literally, it's science because it's survival mode. It'll go into survival mode and it'll be like, yo, what's going on? So you have, and when you're feeding it consistently, it's like, oh, cool. I expect this food. I'm running off this food, and it burns it. Boom, 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 because it's running through it, and it knows that it can expect food again. But when you're starving it and then shoving a bunch of food and then starving it and then eating a big meal, you're really, you're taking your body from survival mode into overload. Survival, overload, right? And then what happens when we get hungry too? We get angry, we get emotional, we make stupid decisions. And so the idea is to never feel that hunger, okay? It's to actually stay consistent with our food. So a couple different ways that we can do that, okay? So now that you know maybe what your target calorie is, now you can start looking in here and getting some ideas of what your meal plan should look like. So here's breakfast, snack, lunch, snack, dinner. This would be probably meal plan. This is plan A. This is measurements. Maybe we'll get to that sometime, but we're just talking about nutrition today. So that's it for that one. So then you have your tally sheet. So once you know what program or what like meal plan you're on, then you can go into your tally sheets, print that out, and then you can go into your eating plan. And this is where I send a lot of people once they know their calorie intake, okay? So this is going to give you all the different, so this is the calculations again. Here's this again. Tally sheets. Oh, okay. They must have split all this up.
Is it 90s Day or something?
It is 90s Day. Oh, I wonder if they took all that stuff off. That's kind of crazy. Exclusive online toolkit. Oh no, food list. Here, that's what I'm looking for. Yeah, Tessa, I'm reading your your message. Go ahead, talk away.
So I just want to add that also when you're figuring your calculations, because UPF was updated, sometimes you can't go off exactly of just going into 21-day fix and figuring your calculation, because now they've updated where you will figure for if it's a moderate or if it's an extremely challenging. So like if it's extremely challenging, like if you're going to do like the prep and the work, if you're wanting to maintain your weight, you're not adding 400 calories, you're adding 600 calories. So the moderate would be like the 400, but if you're going to do like Insanity or P90X, something where it's like 4-5 times a day, 6 days a week, like 5, 6, 7 days a week, and it's 45 minutes or more, you're going to add 600 calories to your maintenance base. Also, if you are pregnant or you're breastfeeding, UPF gives you different calculations for that, because like if you're breastfeeding, you actually want to maintain your weight. You want to make sure you're adding the calories to keep your milk supply up, because if you don't, your milk supply is going to decrease and you're going to get frustrated, and then that's going to add more stress to what you're doing. So if those are things like you're really wanting to focus on that, you can ask me, get with me, I can give it to you. But if you have the UPF or you want to get the UPF, it goes into so much more of understanding like the hows, the whys, and all the stuff of the containers. I mean, she really delves into a lot of it. She covers a lot of the pregnancy, the breastfeeding. There's even like different swaps that you can do. It really goes into a lot of that. But just like a lot of times, and just for us coaches, like if somebody's struggling and like, okay, they figured their calculations, they're doing their program and they're still having a hard time, you probably need to focus more on, are they actually figuring their bracket right for the program that they're doing? Because if you're doing the work, but you're not feeding your body, like Jenny said, you have to feed it to see the result. If you don't feed it, like she said, your body's going to go into like, oh my God, we're not getting enough food. And it's going to hang on to everything that it absolutely can to survive. But if you're feeding it, it's going to realize, oh, we're going to get fed. I don't need to hang on to that. It's going to shed like crazy. So just keep that in mind too, that the 21-day fix is like a base. But if you really want to pinpoint onto that, you really need to work with them, that if they're doing it, but they're still struggling, like, are they on the right plan? Sometimes they may still fall in the right plan, but sometimes they may not. So just keep that in mind too, especially for moms that are starting out, that are like, you know, postnatal or even prenatal, or they're postnatal and breastfeeding. There's totally different calculations for them also to keep their supply up, to help them maintain, or to help them lose, you know, all that postnatal weight if they want to lose those 10, 20 pounds, you know, whatever they want to do. So I just wanted to add that.
Yay, thank you, Tessa. I didn't see you on here. You must have popped on when it was already screen sharing, because I was looking for you.
I did. I jumped on late. I didn't sleep well last night, so.
Well, thank you for still coming, though. I really appreciate it.
Welcome.
And I was like, dang it, where is she? So if you guys don't know, Tessa is Ultimate Portion Fix certified, which if you also don't know, Ultimate Portion Fix is the container system. Okay, so the containers originally came with 21-day fix. Like way back in the day, 21-day fix and the containers were this little duo kind of pair. Well, then Autumn kind of started getting more into it and getting more into the nutrition. And so then she kind of created like 80-day obsession, which we'll get into, of how she did like time nutrition. And then she was like, wait, there's even more I could go into. So then she just like took the whole nutrition portion and made it its own program, and like to a detail. Okay, so this is how I look at it: is I start everybody on like clean week, move them to 21-day fix, possibly move them into 21-day fix extreme, then I'd move you to 80-day obsession, And then I'd probably have you as Ultimate Portion Fix probably somewhere in there to like maintain and learn more. Okay, because it kind of takes you in the steps. Clean Week is like the most simplified 21-day fix. All the recipes will be 21-day fix approved, but it doesn't show you any of the containers. Okay, it just gives you little recipes to go off of. And then when you move into 21-day fix, you kind of start to learn the food categories. You start to learn what the containers are for and things like that. And then 21-day fix extreme isn't much different, but I believe I believe when I did it, there were just a few things that were on the 21-day fix list that were not on the 21-day fix extreme. So I believe that's still kind of how it is. It's just there's less options because it wants you to kind of tighten up a little bit more. Because usually if you're doing the extreme, you want more results. So it just narrows down the types of food that you can select. Like I don't think like waffles are on the 21-day fix extreme list. They're on the 21-day fix list. Just little things like that. But then when you get into 80-day obsession, they're going to teach you when to eat what container. Okay, so here you just kind of have the containers and you're like, okay, I need breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Let's make sure they're all spaced out. But 80-day obsession is going to teach you what you're supposed to be eating when, right? And that's a more intense, kind of like what Tessa was saying, is that's a more intense workout as well. And so you're going to be eating a lot more on 80-day obsession than you did 21-day fix because the workouts are twice as long and they're twice as hard. Okay, so you have to gauge for these things. And the more educated I think we become, the more it makes sense, right? Like if I would have told you that before you started all this, you'd have been like, what? But now that you're like, okay, I get it. I'm working out harder. I need more food to fuel my body. That makes sense, right? And so, but you could start small. Start with Clean Week until you get the hang of it. And then you can move into 21-day fix. And then when you get the hang of this, you can move into Ultimate Portion Fix or 80-day obsession and really kind of start delving into the reasons and where you're supposed to put your containers, okay? So there's all kinds of information on here, you guys, that to me, there's no excuses to why you can't figure out your nutrition portion. All you have to do is take a little bit of time, come in here, print off some stuff, do a little bit of reading, do some calculations, maybe make a meal plan and a grocery list, but it's possible, right? Like that's possible. You're capable of doing that. It's just going to be a little bit different, maybe. It's just going to take a little bit of time. But you guys, I always feel proud of myself when I do it. Like I always am like, wow, I feel so good that I have a meal plan and like my grocery list and I stuck to my grocery list and then I like meal prepped and now my food is like coming out the way like I'm actually eating what I was supposed to. I just feel so good when that happens. And so you got to set yourself up for success. Okay. So right here is where I wanted to talk to you guys next. This is your nutrition center. So before they used to have, and also you guys, you can click into every single one of these programs and they all have a meal plan. And they all have recipes attached to them. They all have different foods. Like some of them have different kinds of meal plans. Some of them don't use the 21-day fix. Like I believe like Lift 4 is like, if you're in this weight bracket, you eat like this. So some of them are a little different. Try them out. Try them out. Maybe you like it. And try them out with the program that they're designed to go with as well. I think that's the smartest idea. You know, that would make sense. Like this meal plan was designed for this program. Try it out, okay? But if not, what I want you to do is come to the nutrition center. Let me click on that. That's weird. Let me click on that. Okay, well, I guess, okay, well, I'll just talk about it. So there's a whole nutrition section right here, okay? Ideally, they have like 2 separate programs, but there's other stuff in this nutrition section that I want to talk to you guys about, okay? So if you want to get Ultimate Portion Fix, you can unlock these portions right here. Those are going to give you guys so much information, okay? Like if you're struggling with nutrition, you got to invest. You have to invest in your nutrition because there are so many videos, recipes, blogs, like meal plans, all kinds of stuff right in the Ultimate Portion Fix. And I'm going to show you the 2B Mindset. I have the 2B Mindset just from when I purchased it 2 years ago, so I could show you that. Maybe, Tessa, maybe I could talk to you tomorrow about going into the Ultimate Portion Fix for us.
Yeah, I could totally do that because it shows it's more than just nutrition. Like I can open it and show you guys like all the stuff. I mean, she goes through shopping and meal planning and prepping, and it's everything.
Everything. Yes. That's how I even feel about 2B Mindset. I'll click into 2B Mindset for you guys. I'm sure they're similar. You know, I'm sure they have like a similar setup when it comes to like, you know, what they're talking about. I mean, nutrition is nutrition. I mean, I know they go about it differently, but I'm sure they have similar somewhat. But this is what you're looking at. So you have lessons so you can learn 2B Mindset. Videos. Same thing for Ultimate Portion Fix. You're going to have a ton of videos, okay? What kind of proteins you should be eating, what kind of a new way of looking at food, what the little rules are. Help, I've fallen off. Are you an emotional eater? Little videos are all going to be in here that are going to help you. And I'm telling you, there are tons. Like I can continue and continue and continue. And then they're always making new ones. That's the cool thing too, is they're always creating new blogs. And then it gives you like maybe what programs you should be doing maybe with this kind of mindset. Because you guys, originally 2B Mindset was designed for no workouts. I don't know if you guys knew that. So 2B Mindset was designed as just something you could do before you started working out. Okay, so maybe somebody was a little larger and they're like, I can't even begin to think about how I can work out, right? And so I'm like, well, let's start you on your nutrition. Let's like maybe get you losing 10, 20 pounds and feeling a little better, get that on point, and then we'll worry about workouts, right? Like sometimes I don't even have to start you on workouts necessarily, okay? So again, same thing probably with Ultimate Portion Fix. There's a whole recipe section. So these are all different kinds of ideas and recipes, lunch recipes, dinner, veggies, sides, all kinds of stuff, you guys, right here, available for you. And I believe, most likely, I think Tessa would probably agree, it's probably similar on the Ultimate Portion Fix. Tons of videos, tons of recipes, tons of how-tos, all of that stuff is probably connected. Now, maybe you didn't invest in a program for a nutrition. That's totally fine. I have another idea for you. Okay. So say you don't have, you know, the Ultimate Portion Fix, or you don't have the 2B Mindset. This is where I want you to go. Boom. This is called the Fixate channel. And it's free to you, BOD members. You're welcome. Okay. They are updating this constantly. Okay. Foundation videos, Containers 101. Oh, you're welcome. Free to you. Okay. How to cut tomatoes. That's kind of cool. I might actually watch that. Little meal prep ideas, pantries, how to prep, feature resources, recipe tip sheet. You guys look at all of this stuff here. Official Beachbody expert advice. Some information on, by the way, if you don't know, this is Autumn Calabrese's brother. So Autumn has brought her brother into doing all of the Fixate recipes with her, which I think is pretty cool. Okay, so you can come right here, you guys. Here's the best place. Here's where I always go. I go to recipes right here. Okay, so you could do new this month. You could do salad recipes, soup recipes, sauces and dressings. We were just talking about dressings yesterday. Okay, so you want to make your own dressing now instead of going and buying them? Boom, here it is. All the options for you. Oh, that's not it. Okay, so a vinaigrette, Cajun rub, cranberry sauce, cranberry raspberry sauce. You guys, look at all of these. Black bean soup. That looks good. Look at all these salads, different ideas. So if you are feeling stuck, or you don't know where to start, or you don't know what you should be doing or what you should be eating, come to the Fixate channel, okay? Because it's gonna have all kinds of information on here. And maybe you don't make exactly, but it can inspire you, right? Like maybe you don't make exactly what she has, but you're like, oh, I do love acorn squash. Ooh, I'm gonna go get some acorn squash and make my favorite acorn sauce, acorn squash recipe that I know. you know? Maybe it's just going to get your creative juices running and flowing. But then you can also come here, you guys, and there are videos. It's going to show you how to make it. So not only is she giving you the recipe and everything that you need, she's going to show you right here how to make it. Which, you guys, is a steal. Like, it's such a good little...
Okay, we're gonna squash your morning hunger with this delicious breakfast squash. Witty. I tried. Okay, so we're making one of my favorite breakfast meals, which is a breakfast squash, and I'm actually gonna lead Bobby through this one.
Cool. Okay, we're not gonna watch all of it. If you want to watch it, you're more than welcome to go onto your bod, onto your Fixate channel, and pop in here and check it all out. Okay. Also, again, there's resources in here, so there's going to be more information for you. Vegan meatloaf, like what? Well, let's check that out. You know, vegan recipes, loaded cauliflower casserole. You guys, there's so much stuff making me hungry. Just even being here, looking at it, okay? And that food is colorful and full, and it looks delicious, and it's like, you're not gonna be starving, you're not gonna be deprived, like that's gonna be delicious food available for you, okay? So again, this nutrition section, you guys, there's also Shakeology recipes. There's also, once you invest in, once you've done the cleanse, you can jump on here and you have all the cleanse material. I know I was showing you guys one of the recipes yesterday from the recipe book, the Rooted Medley. So you can also, I believe, get all of that here. So there's like all the program material and stuff here. Again, more nutrition stuff, more nutrition, more recipes, more ideas, more meal plans, all available to you, okay? If it feels overwhelming, start small, okay? That's why I say I love Clean Week. Because it simplifies it so much. So if you're like, holy crap, now I'm a little overwhelmed, like that's actually too many options. Start with Clean Week. Start with that little section where it had 7 lunches, 7 breakfasts, and 7 dinners. And you're just gonna mix and match them, and you're gonna start right there for a week, okay? So start small. You don't have to jump into 80-day obsession doing timed nutrition just yet, okay? Work your way there, okay? But know that if you're doing 80-day obsession, you need to be doing time nutrition as well, okay? You cannot be doing 80-day obsession and not doing time nutrition, because your body's going to deplete. Your energy level is going to deplete. You're going to feel lethargic. You're not going to get the results that you wanted or thought you were supposed to get because you're not fueling your body correctly, okay? So same with like Tessa said, the work, the prep, P90X, Insanity. I mean, even T20, you guys, it may be only 20 minutes, but that's a freaking hard program, okay? Not everybody can do T20. You have to make sure that you're eating correctly, or else you're not going to get the results. And then you're going to come to me and say, I'm not getting results. This doesn't work. And I'm going to go, well, are you eating on the meal plan? And you're going to go, kind of. And I'm going to be like, kind of? Well, then you're going to kind of get results, right? Like if you're kind of doing the meal plan, you're kind of going to get results. Like, and I hate to put it like that sometimes, you know, it's like a duh, but it is, right? As now that you know, it's, now you're kind of like, yeah, I guess that makes sense, you know? So all kinds of options right here available at your fingertips, okay? So that's what I really, really wanted to delve into today, was what's available to you already, right? Stop looking out here for like other answers. Stop trying to be like, I don't have recipes, I'm going to Pinterest, and I don't even know if this Pinterest recipe is good or works, right? Like, I don't even know if it's 21 Day Fix approved, but it says it's healthy, right? But maybe it's not. Maybe it's not measured. Maybe it's not, because the good thing is that you come to Fixate and all the measurements are right there on how you measure it in your containers. They go, this recipe makes this much. Eat it all. And you have 1 green, 1 red, and 1 yellow all right there, right? Like it's already measured out for you. It's already portioned out for you. And it's already going to tell you exactly what you're eating, how much, and if it's right for you. It's already going to tell you all that. So stop looking outward for other things. That's, you guys, originally that's why I chose Beachbody, because I wanted to coach with, like, why I wanted to coach with Beachbody. It's a one-stop shop. I didn't have to buy supplements over here, do workouts from over here, join a group over here, be in a challenge or diet bet over here with my work, and then I'm doing this with this person. It's all right here, right? Like the supplements, the shakes, the recipes, the meal guide, the workouts, the community, the coach, it's all right here. You don't have to go anywhere else. And I'm not saying that just because I coach there. I'm saying that because I've looked everywhere else, right? Like I've looked at their recipes, I've looked at their supplements, I've looked at their workouts, and they're nothing compared to what Beachbody's doing for you guys, okay? And Beachbody puts millions of dollars towards studying, creating all of their content, all of their recipes. Like if you've ever heard Autumn Calabrese talk, you know that lady is all in on what she does. Like she puts her heart and soul into creating this content for you guys, whether it's the recipes or the meals or making sure the food actually tastes good, right? Like she actually makes sure that like, hey, this is a recipe I would eat. I feed this to my son. And if you follow her on Instagram or have been, you know, in Beachbody for any long length of time, you know, she's all in and she's really creating stuff that I would actually eat. Right? It's not stuff that you're like, oh yeah, that's healthy, but I ain't eating that. You know, like most of the recipes that we saw when I was just scrolling through, I was like, oh, that looks good. Oh, that looks good. Ooh, that looks good. I don't remember that one for later. I was like, I like literally am going back to check out that black bean soup because it looks so freaking good. And so you guys use what's already been given to you. Okay. But again, you have to do the research. You have to go in there. You have to take the time to create a meal plan, to get in there and start delving in and seeing what recipes feel right. Try a couple out. Maybe you try the vegan meatloaf and it's like literally the best thing you've ever tasted and your whole family loves it and they didn't even know it wasn't real meatloaf. Who knows? You got to try it, right? Or maybe your whole family hates it and you never make it again. Okay, whatever. You know, I don't suggest that. Maybe try it again, or maybe, you know, make good portions for yourself or something. Because again, we've also talked yesterday, there's times where you can make spaghetti squash for the first time, like Elika said, and she just like completely overcooked it and ruined it. And what if she would have been like, oh, I'm never making that ever again? Then she would never have spaghetti squash in her life. That breaks my heart thinking about that, you know? And she's like, oh, I just tried it again. And then it was fine and it was great. And now we have it weekly, right? So like sometimes you're going to have to try stuff more than once. Okay. That's the best thing I can tell you in 4 years of being a coach or really like working through healthy eating. It's a process. Just like what Rachel Hollis was telling us, like it's taken her 12 years to get where she is, right? Imagine yourself 12 years from now, continuously working on your health. Continuously working on what to eat. Wouldn't you think that you should still be working on that 12 years from now? Or do you think 12 years from now you're just like not going to eat healthy? I don't picture that, right? So if you're thinking, okay, 12 years from now I'm still going to be working at this, what can I do right now? Right? It's not about like, I think sometimes we're just like, oh, I'm just eating healthy for right now. No. This is your life. This is your new life. Get rid of that old shit. Get rid of that processed stuff. The more living foods you can put in your body, the better as well. We learned that yesterday, right? The more fruits and veggies and raw food, not even cooked, okay? Raw fruits and veggies in your body is going to be the best thing for your bodies. Our bodies were designed to consume this food, you guys. So you have to give it to it for it to function properly. And if you have never felt your body function properly, or you think maybe your body needs a function like reset, I highly suggest the cleanse. If you have never done even the 3-day refresh or the 21-day ultimate reset, but you have a lot of gut issues, or you have a lot of like maybe plateau in weight loss, or maybe you're just like, I need to figure out how I can eat veggies. you got to go do that ultimate reset for real, because it is such a focus. Like, you have no choice but to think about food for 3 weeks straight, because that's like all you have. You're just like constantly either cooking or eating or thinking about food or like taking a mixed drink or taking supplements. And that's a 3 week. I mean, I'm saying this because it's not easy. Okay. It's hard. Like, it's a hard 3 weeks, but it's so freaking worth it, because by the third week, you realize how your body is supposed to function and how much energy you have and how much like clarity you have. Or like Tennille said, like, she wasn't even struggling with anxiety. Like, anxiety was leaving her body as food was healing her from the inside. Okay. So food can be so important. It's the number one important thing. If you're not functioning properly, it's the food you're putting in your body. Absolutely. Bottom line. If your digestion isn't working, if you're having headaches, migraines, lots of things, like literally like thyroid, you guys, all this stuff is affected by our food, our salt intake, our like whether we're getting nutrition, like the deficit, like it's all part of it. Okay. You have to realize that what you're putting in your body is what you're going to get out. If you are not getting out of your body what you expect it to be doing, you're not putting enough in, or you're not putting the right things in. Okay. So we've got to start paying attention to that. We have to start wondering, okay, why am I getting these migraines over and over again? Why am I just constantly having digestion issues where I have to take fiber tabs, and why am I'm not pooping regularly? I go a few days without even doing it, or I go multiple times a day. That's not normal. That's not okay. Your body shouldn't be doing that. And we have to break it down and start analyzing it. And I think the best way to analyze it was doing the cleanse, because it just wiped out everything. You know, like, I didn't cheat at all. Like, I was like wiped out everything, and I ate the exact recipes it told me to eat: breakfast, lunch, dinner, snack. I just followed the exact book when I did it. And by week 3, I was like, holy crap, this is how my body's supposed to feel. This is how I'm supposed to feel. And I was just like, wow. And it was even worse, like the next week or two, when I started to introduce things back into my diet because I was craving them. Oh my God, I hated that I did it. Like, I literally felt like I just like ruined all the purity I had done in my body. Like, the moment I had eaten something that I wasn't supposed to, I felt like I just ruined all of the like wiping clean that I had done. But it's just a really, really great opportunity for you guys to kind of get a baseline. And I know there's a couple faces and girls on here that have done it with us. And so I know they would agree. Like, I know Tennille's done it. I know Mel has done it. I think that might be, I think the 3 of us did it in January. And we actually did it together, which, like Tennille said yesterday, is so important. I would not suggest doing it alone. Maybe you can grab a partner in your household, or a girlfriend, or like your coach or somebody, or wait till we do it as a group. You got to do it with people, because you need that gang to be like, you're good, you're 2 weeks in, keep going. Like, if you're trying to do that for yourself while you're watching the rest of your family eat pizza, it's pretty freaking hard to stay on track, I could imagine. But like, we had the girls where we were just like, we had a little group chat that we put ourselves in, and just like really stayed focused and posted our food every single day to each other, and just talked throughout the whole time. We had Tessa in our group to like moral support us, like to like ball bust us and keep us on track. And it was just really cool. So I'm excited to do it again. And maybe some of you guys will be interested in trying it as well. It is an investment. I won't lie to you about that, but it's like a once a year, twice a year kind of thing that you would do. And if it's going to figure out your gut health for the rest of your life, worth it, hands down. Right. Okay. So I'm going to pop over here. Friday. Yeah. Oh, I was talking about the cleanse. Yeah, a little bit.
Oh, worry.
Yeah.
Warn your spouses. Find other support outside of your house.
Oh, poor Mike. I was such a grouch. Okay, so I got a terrible headache on like day 5 and 6. And I was just like, I was just such a grouch but I knew I had to get through it. So I was like, you just got to get through these first couple of days of like breaking down whatever's in your body. It needs to purge. And I was just such a grouch. Oh my gosh. Mike caught me one time trying to sneak some almonds in the cabinet. And he's like, are you supposed to be eating right now? And I was like, I'm allowed to have these. They're on the meal plan. He goes, but are you supposed to be having them right now? And I was like, I shoved them and like slammed the door closed. I was so mad, but I'm so happy too that you guys, I had somebody that like honestly kept me on track rather than being like, oh, you can have those. Like it actually, now that it's done, I'm so thankful that he did that because I did want to stay on track, but I was just having that weak moment of like, well, what about just like 6 almonds in my hand, you know, like what about just a little extra? But I didn't, and so it felt really good to kind of really stick to that 3 weeks. So Tessa, Tennille, I'm totally down with Tessa doing like Ultimate Portion Fix on Friday if you're interested in that. I was gonna ask you, but I was gonna message you and ask you like how you were feeling. Days.
I was like, nope, I'm gonna volunteer. She's just gonna do it. She just knows I need something to occupy my mind because I'm starting to go freaking crazy. Like I'm losing my shit.
Yeah, like focusing on people that are doing live videos while they're driving.
Exactly. I have all the time to troll and scroll.
So it's I saw that. I go, I know who the fuck that's about.
It wasn't just you. There was somebody else yesterday that is on my page, and he's a fitness guy, and he's like driving down the road, like making an announcement about gyms being open, and I'm like, get off your phone.
Actually, it's funny because I was like, you know, I should be setting a pretty good example of doing that. Because
exactly, Michael.
I call people out. I don't like to text and drive.
Yeah.
Like I'm really like I have a Bluetooth and all that kind of stuff for the reason. What I need to do is just if I do it, not even pay attention, just look at the road. But
no,
just don't do it at all.
Pull over, talk, and then
Michael Gowan. I'm gonna come to Florida just to kick your ass.
Okay. Yeah, use me as an excuse to come here. Sure. Yeah. Okay.
The business trip.
Let me guess, you already had 2 weeks in dates. Like, she's like, I was so angry pre-existing. I just had to take a vacation July 13th, right?
I'm sorry, I have to extend my FMLA.
Yeah, got business to take care of.
Hey, man, it's all about chasing your dreams. It's all about.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna pop over here. So actually, Tessa, I'll talk to you after we get off here.
Yeah, you will.
And it would be awesome if maybe you would do some Ultimate Portion Fix stuff. Maybe even play some of the videos for the girls so they can get it and see it.
Yep, I can do that, and I can show you guys the monthly fix and what you get with the monthly fix because you actually get all of like the new. So like when she showed the new recipes on the UPF, like new this month, I actually get those like almost 3 months in advance before you guys get them there. So, and there's lots of stuff that she does on there. She does interviews and all sorts of stuff on that too. So
that's awesome. I love that. And so that's cool thing too about being in the monthly Ultimate Portion Fix. It's like in real time is kind of how I think about it. So it's like as she makes new recipes, you guys are the first ones to get it. And so it's a real time rather than looking back at an 8-year-old meal plan, like 21 Day Fix, you're looking at something that was created 8 years ago. And as we know, science is always learning. So what was created then is, yeah, like Tessa said, the base, but there's so much more to it once you get into it. And once you really start delving into it, there's just so much that they have upgraded. There's so much that they have just developed more in, and that's where you're going to really get that difference with the Ultimate Portion Fix. I love that. And so that's what we'll do on Friday. Tomorrow I do still plan on doing the meeting. I've got some other stuff I want to share with you guys too. But I just wanted to go through like what's already accessible to you, like what's already at your fingertips that you could start right after you got off here, jump on your bod, go to the Fixate channel and create 3 recipes for the weekend. You know, like that's something you can easily do right now and not invest any more than you already have, because I'm pretty sure everybody on here has bod. And so everybody should be able to jump on and create some sort of meal plan for themselves. Or you can jump on, and there's usually, like even if you go into, like this is the Morning Meltdown 100 meal plan. So you can go in here, there's recipes all in here that you can use and kind of dabble in. I was thinking that there was a meal prep section, but maybe it's not this one. Might be T20. I got that one too here. Because I got all of these.
Too, like with each program, like you have the option to buy the materials. Like, so you have, like, I'm an on hands, like I need it in my hands. I need to touch it. I need to write in it, highlight it. So you have that option. I mean, yeah, you can print it off on bod, but it's worth it to order the calendar, the stuff that comes with it, the recipe book, the guidelines. It's worth that investment.
100% agree. Like when somebody purchases like just bod, I'm like, you really need that hard copy like meal plan. Like you need a booklet that you can open up and set next to your stove. Not just your phone, not just like scrolling, like even just like T20 came with a whole planner, you know? Like this is stuff that you can use to work through your stuff. 2B Mindset comes with a whole planner. B100 comes with a whole hard copy book that you can write in. Right? Like how cool is it?
Too, like I did T20 a year and a half ago now. Mm-hmm. And I had the planner. I wrote in there every day my meals, what I did. I still, to this day, if I'm stuck on like, I want to make something different for this week, I will go back through all of my old tracker books and see what I had for different days. And I'll be like, oh yeah, I haven't made that in a while. And I'll pull it up and I'll throw it in my meal plan for the week.
Absolutely. I love that. Like backtracking, being like, well, what did I make? Like, there's always that point where you just feel like you're in a fog. I know those days, you guys. I know those days where you're just like, oh, I'm just stuck in a rut. Like, what am I going to cook? Where am I going to go? Go back to some old recipes. Go back to some old meal plans, meal guides. And that's why it is important to have like all of this stuff at your fingertips. Because like, guys, look, these are all booklets and information on all the programs that I've ever bought. Okay, these are all meal plans, all information on, let's see, this is 21 Day Fix. I still have this is the Core de Force eating plan. I always buy the material. And actually, there's some recipes in here that I probably haven't opened up and used in who knows how long. I might check out these and be like, ooh, I haven't made that in a long time. Jalapeno and cheeseburgers. Spaghetti squash, that one's in everything, I think. Ooh, barbecue chicken pita pizza from the Core de Force. You're welcome. Check that out. That looks freaking delicious. So you guys, all the meal plans have different stuff in them, you know? And so like, here's even like a recipe book from 2B Mindset. Here's more recipes at your fingertips. And these are good because if you're eating 2B Mindset, they're already designed, you know, to be laid out as a 2B mindset, right? Don't overcomplicate it, but know that you have access to all of this stuff. You just got to take the time to look through it. You just got to take the time to kind of shift through it. Check out the meal plan. Find out what meal plan you're on. Find out what containers. Maybe decide, okay, I'm going to go containers. I'm going to go 2B mindset right now, or I'm going to go with this meal plan from this one, and I'm going to do this program. I always kind of suggest picking a program, picking the meal or getting the meal plan and just kind of sticking to it. And they usually will give you at least like the first week or so of information. Okay, they'll usually give you at least like a week of recipes to start you out with. Start with a week of recipes, that week of recipes. Okay, don't overcomplicate it. Don't make it too difficult. If there's recipes you like, keep them. Recipes you don't like, boot them or try them again later. I'm just gonna pop over here. I love the Fixate channel. I'm so glad. Safety you saved my trip. Oh, thank you, Amanda. We are excited. We're getting out of here probably in a couple minutes, actually. Alicia, I have a notebook that I use every week for planning my meals so I can go back. Oh, I love that. Like just a planner for meal planning. That's such a good idea because you could always reference back rather than being like, where did I write that? Which is usually me. So I actually am probably gonna like absorb that idea because I'm a scratch paper kind of person. Like I'll use like the back of an envelope and I'll like be like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday and like scratch them and I'll use the other side of the envelope for my meal, for my like grocery list and I'll like go to the grocery with like an envelope from my electric bill or something. It's just like I probably like that idea so much better. So I'm so glad you said that. To have one notebook that you just consistently meal plan in. You write down what recipes you're gonna have, you write down your grocery list, you take that to the grocery store next week. You write down your meal plan, you write down your grocery list, move on. And then you can always go back. Oh my gosh, that seems so, isn't it funny when somebody recommends something and you go, duh, that makes so much more sense than writing on the back of an envelope. But sometimes until somebody says it, it just doesn't ring a bell to me. And then I'm like, oh my God, that's such a good idea. So I'm going to probably try and absorb that. And maybe that would work for you guys too. Now, like Tessa said, you know, you can always go back then. You can go back and see, oh, I haven't made turkey burgers in forever. Why haven't I made those? Let's put them on next week, you know? So I love that. Meals that we have not ordered the list. Hey, yes, actually, Nicole, I meant to ask you because I know that you had talked about a week ago that you had went and you spent about $200 and you were like, ugh. But how did that go? Like when you spent that money, did you feel like the meals were exceptional? Did you feel like you fed everybody the whole time?
They were really good. And I planned, like when I had it, I figured out like what it is that I wanted. So I did like, let's do this for Monday's dinner and then we'll do this for like Wednesday's dinner, thinking I'd have to make it again. But a lot of times I'd have leftovers. So we did really, really well. Caroline, did you like the meals that I made? Yeah. I mean, she's a 10-year-old. She loved them. Camden, he was a little bit pickier, but the one that I think everybody liked really well was the easy chili. I did hamburger instead of the turkey. I mean, I'm still trying to get away from hamburger, but that's kind of like our go-to. They loved it. And Caroline had no idea it had sweet potato. That was their big thing this over a week and a half is, I don't like sweet potato. I don't like sweet potato. And she's like, there's no sweet potato in here, is there? And she goes, it doesn't. She goes, it's potato. It's regular potato. And then afterwards, I'm like, it's sweet potato. But they loved it. So it was great. And Mike liked all of them. So it was definitely a win. So I've got my next meal plan for this week set up. And I actually just threw stuff in the freezer. And that was the one that I had found. I didn't find that Fixate that you had shown because all the other ones were locked. So I thought there's no point in going past all that because it's all locked. So that's what I'm going to check into. But I threw, it was chicken, Parmesan over like the, I can't think what it's called, but it's like the panini noodles, the whole wheat noodles. I just put it all together that I fed to my mom and my dad, trying to convince my mom to come over on my side. Yeah. But we had plenty left over that I threw it out in the freezer, so I've got it for another meal I can pull out someday. So, awesome. So yeah, I'm really enjoying this. I really am. So.
And you kind of feel like in control. Mm-hmm. You know, what I always love is like when I'm meal planning and I'm prepping and things are like, that's what I'm having for dinner, that's what I'm having for breakfast. Like I just feel a sense of control, which I just always love. I don't know if you guys are like to be in control. I like to be in control, okay? But I like to know what's coming up. I like to have a plan. I'm an organizational communications background major. So like me, organization is beautiful. It just makes me happy. And so anytime I can plan or prep or know that that's what I'm having or know, ooh, I have this for backup, that's like one of my favorites. Like I could be like, yo, I got meals stacked in my freezer. Like that's such a good feeling too, because you're like, even if there's a day that maybe I don't have something, I have something. you know? And you're setting yourself up for success in the future. I love that. So I'm glad to hear. I wanted to kind of check in with you. Christy, so does the Guide to Nutrition book ever change me by the challenge pack? So I believe at this point they give the regular, so this says Morning Meltdown 100, but I believe it's pretty much, they have like a set nutrition guide now. They used to change it with every program they would release. Like that's why I have ones for Core de Force and 21 Day Fix. Those are all different ones. And they used to put different recipes in there. I believe now they have a set nutrition guide meal plan that they just send with each program. Okay. So if you already have this book or you have bought a challenge pack recently, I don't think that it changes. Now they may change up the recipes maybe in like a year or so. They may kind of swap them out because they know most people have probably bought that one. So I can kind of keep an eye out for it. But if you have the most basic Beachbody nutrition guide purchased within like the last 6 months or so, it's probably not going to change. Now, when MBF comes out, Muscle Burns Fat with Megan, they may have a new meal guide for that. I'm not 100% sure. We'll just kind of have to gauge. But when I purchase early access to that, I will purchase the material along with that. So I will get the new meal guide with that. I'll probably get the bod ropes that come with it and just things like that. So I will probably just get that meal guide along with it. Okay, because maybe there'll be a new recipe in there or something like that that I can kind of find. What meals did you get? Alicia, I'm not sure. What meals did you get? I can't remember what you asked there. Okay. She typing? Okay, you type. I like having the material too. Christy, some programs have their own, but okay, cool. Thanks. I think I got everybody's question over here. Yeah. Oh, okay, cool. Gotcha. So I think that was kind of like a lot of information, but I think it's just really important for us to delve into that. And I kind of liking the switch up from the majority. You know, we were doing a lot of personal development, a lot of growth, a lot of like, change your mind, change your mind, change your mind, work on your brain. Ah! And it can just get to be a point where you're like, oh my gosh, my brain is just overloaded. So I'm loving the switch up talking about nutrition because it still goes with it, right? Like as we're changing our brains, as we're changing our mindsets and realizing how important our brains are, we got to fuel them properly. And the food is what's going to fuel your brain properly. And so when we get nutrition on track and then you continue to personally grow, guys, we're going to start making changes like that. We're going to start becoming the people we always dreamed we would be, right? But it comes from the inside. Okay? Am I stabbing you?
Snapping me?
Oh, did I snap at you? No, I didn't snap at you. You heard me snapping? He goes, did you just snap at me? I was like, no. Snapping at the girls. No. All right, ladies, I got to get out of here. We are packing up the truck, and so I know we're getting antsy, and so I'm going to let you guys go. It's 9:15 anyway. Lots and lots of work done today. I will be available tomorrow for, I'm going to do our call and then team meeting as well. And then it sounds like we're going to have Tessa on Friday. So you guys will get to hear from her, more nutrition talk, ultimate portion fix, delving more into what's available for you guys. And then Saturday, Elika is going to do yoga. And Sunday, we're going to do workout. And then Monday, what I would love, if you guys are interested in doing that guided meditation again. How do you guys feel about that? Maybe Monday. Well, Monday we do Rachel Hollis. So it might be that Tuesday. So Monday might be Rachel Hollis. So we stay on track with her. And then Tuesday, do that guided meditation again. I think we're ready for it. I'd really like to see where we're at and just kind of feel it again and see how it can kind of, see if it's different or see if we're the same or just kind of check it out, see where we're at. So that's kind of the next couple of days in order for you guys, just so you know what to look out for. But yeah, message me if you guys need anything. We'll be on the road for the next 5 hours, so I'll just be sitting in a car. Message me about nutrition. Let's make meal plans. All right, guys, I hope you have a fantastic day. Thank you so much for coming. I appreciate it. Spread the love. Let everybody know you're making good recipes at home, all right? All right, bye, guys. Have a good day.